another episode of Neighborhood Cousins Podcast. I'm your host, Chef Tay. That's my dog, my day one, my co-host. I'm No Limit TY.
You know what
And
it is.
today, we got family in the building.
Oh
We
yeah.
got Black Excellence in the
Black
building.
excellence. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we got a king in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna introduce him. I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. You know what I'm saying? This somebody I look up to, somebody that I admire. You know, I think that a lot of today, whether it's men or youth, they don't make the right decision because they don't got somebody that's a mentor. Not no big homie, no street shot. I'm talking about somebody that can give you all different walks of life, whether it's the street side, the 9 to 5 side, the walks with God. You feel me? He done it all. So entrepreneur, father, businessman, mentor, all of the above. Everything that you could think of, he all of it in one. My cousin Jeff today.
Jeff, what's the word with you?
Blessings. Peace and blessings.
Oh,
to
yeah.
all of that. Glad
Yeah.
to be here. I'm ready to get engaged, ready to get involved, part of the movement. And like he said, it's excellent at its finest.
Oh man. Black royalty. All three of us put together, black royalty. So if y'all
Yeah.
wondering why I'm dressed up, you know what I'm saying, and cuz over there looks like a college kid, it's because today, my stepmama Lisa, you know what I'm saying, she's a part of the family. You know, she always was,
Shout
but
out
this
to
time
Lisa.
it's like, you know, they jumped. It's official. She jumped the broom. So, before I go any further, I want to make a celebration to Miss Lisa. You are part of the family, and I just want to say thank you. I love you for welcoming me in your house and into your family with open arms. You've been nothing but a blessing to me and my father. I love you. I wish y'all nothing but Xfinity on and on. Love y'all, ma.
They lucky I ain't show up. They would have thought it was my
Mental
wedding.
check-in, man. It's May. It's been a long time since we seen y'all. We love y'all. We miss y'all. So we're going to start with the guest first. Cuz, how you feeling? Like, how your mental on the scale of 1 to 10?
I feel like a champion.
Oh yeah.
And feeling supreme. It's all up.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Cuz, how you feeling, man? What's your mental like on the scale of 1 to 10, man?
And honestly, it was kicking my ass this week. This was one of those weeks, but you know, it always balanced out for your boy. About 8, 9.
Okay.
Hopefully 10 after this.
Okay.
You know?
I'm gonna say a 9. I'm thankful. I'm not gonna focus on what I don't have, what I'm going through. I'm gonna focus strictly on the positive, what I have today, what's in front of me. I'm not gonna dwell on the past or my mistakes or anything that's haunting me. So I'm gonna say a 10, man, because I'm gonna live like it. You know, even when this episode get put out, like I'm still gonna be a 10. And
Yeah.
you know, so I definitely, but it's time to, you know what I'm saying, break down, like dissect and really get to know our guest that we have today. He definitely one of the ones. He Himothy, you know. So how did, like, can you tell the people first off what you do for a living and how did you get started into doing that?
Okay. Again, I am that I am. I am a entrepreneur by day, engineer by night, if you will. I'm currently in the automotive industry as an engineer. Entrepreneurship. I have a food truck, ghost restaurant, and catering business. Currently sold. Check that out on all platforms. Um, and it's just a purposeful life. You know, just understanding what fulfillment looks like and understanding what the full girth of my purpose here on this dimension, if you will. So I'm here just to grace the space and just to be my best self. Um, Outside of the entrepreneurship and the engineering, if you will, that ripples effect or domino effects into my day to day. Like he said, I'm a father of my son. He's a junior, if you will. We call him D2. and he's a beautiful spirit as well. A combustion of almost like a white light. He loves R&B and soul, so he is truly my son for sure, and that is my heartbeat. Um, but outside of that, as you can see, I love my family, and I'm just about collaboration to align with the divine and make sure that we elevate as a unit, and that's going to be the synopsis of this, at least my intake on this conversation.
Okay, so pretty much like you're an entrepreneur, we're entrepreneurs, and like, what's some advice that you would give to a young entrepreneur, both male and both female? Like, what type of like guidance, game, or motivation like would you give to them, like moving forward? 'Cause, I feel like they need a lot of guidance and motivation because they have so many negative stuff being pushed upon them and so much bad being thrown at them that they forget to even look towards the positive. Like me and Cuz talk about this all the time. There's so much bad in your way that you don't see or you don't know how to do good. You don't know how to do right because the only thing you know how to do is wrong. And I'm willing to admit that I'm learning how to do right slowly but surely. I'm almost 30 years old, and with the help of y'all too, God, and my parents, I'm trying my best to do right because I've done more wrong than I've done right, but I know it's not going to be easy.
So with that, I would say the best advice is to first know yourself, know your purpose, um, know who you are as an entity, know your past, present, and future. They're all running simultaneously. Understand how your past is going to affect who you are today and how your future is going to affect how you move tomorrow. My mom gave me a hard lesson at the age of 13 and telling me once she realized she couldn't discipline me anymore, that decision you make today affects tomorrow. So I would advise that anybody takes that to heart. But ultimately, it's about, again, purpose, fulfillment. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that, all of your five senses plus one, what do you know that to be? It's far further than a belief, what you know. How do you know yourself? Again, you got to identify yourself or you're not going to be understanding of where you're going, how you're developing. So understand yourself first, and then you can understand where you sit in this circle of life, if you will. But this journey that we're all on, all of us are put here for a purpose, and it's just up to you to understand the full aspect of where we're going, how you're developing, and what is going to be most meaningful to society, to your village, um, to your peers, to yourself, right? How are you going to make the most impact in this short duration that we have on this plane, if you will? So just understand yourself, understand your purpose, and all of that can be identified by what I call a SWOT analysis. And we can either get to that now or we can elaborate a little bit later. But SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat, something I learned in grad school. That's a very intuitive tool that can help you identify exactly what it is, your strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to keep
Hold
you
on. You said what is it? What is it called again?
SWOT analysis. SWOT. And I can show you guys some examples if we need to. You guys can leave some comments if you would like to tap in further. Just a little to elaborate a little bit further on how to tap into exactly what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, what are your threats. They gave us these in grade school, kind of like a progress report, and this is what big corporations use quarterly throughout the year. So every 3 months they're going to review, hey, what are our strengths? What should we embrace as this is what we do? This is our core, and we know this is going to be our longevity. Weaknesses, things that we just don't do so well. We've never been good at this. We just don't excel as fast as others, no matter how much energy we may put into it. But you still don't let that defeat you as well. your opportunities, strengthen your weaknesses, as well as your strength. You want to embrace both equally, so therefore you don't fall weak in your weaknesses, and then you don't overcompensate with your strengths. Balance. It's all about balance. Me being a Libra, I know that all too well. And your threats, most important. I like to give the metaphor of if you ever been bit by a dog, don't try to avoid the house. Don't go down the street. Keep it all the way out the way. Perfect the method of staying out of the way. You know, you just want to avoid um, things that are not advocating you being your best self. So whether it's fake friends or bad, or I'm gonna say low vibrations, bad energy, or just bad company, avoid it all at all costs because it's not advocating you being your best self. It's slowing you down at all costs. For sure.
Okay, so let's get into, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna bounce all around this place one of these. So we got. I'm gonna let Cuz go first, but I'm gonna introduce the topic. Cuz, man,
What's up with it?
you ready for that first one, man?
Yeah, come on, let's go on with it.
Bet. Hey, so I'm gonna let you go first. Then we're gonna start with Cuz, and then so I'm gonna answer last. What's your definition like? What do you think as you being a man with a lot of attributes and a lot of good qualities? What do you think a high value man is, or how do you interpret that though? Like, what do you think it is?
See, I always looked at the term of a high value man. I think it's a cliche like thing to say because a high value man could be a multitude of things. A high value man isn't defined by his money. I feel like he's defined by his integrity. Just because you got money, that don't make you can be a lame with money, doing bullshit, doing like things you know you shouldn't be doing, manipulating. Versus a man with integrity, he's just not going to do what the world would expect him to do. He's going to do what he's supposed to do, regardless of how anybody gonna view him. And I just hate in the world we live in. Money does not make a person a high value person. That just make a nigga have a lot of money because like I know, it's a lot of niggas with money that's lame and that's not real men. So it's like I feel like integrity of a man, that's what makes you a high value man. And it's a lot of men who don't have integrity. They just got a couple dollars. So people run with that. A lot of people actually run with that. They actually worship people who just because they got money, but they can be really bad people. So I'm running with integrity.
With that definition, before Cuz go, I'm going to let you guys know I have been drinking. My answer is not going to be like neither one of my big cousins. I'm going to be very ignorant. So I'm going to let them be the Martin Luther King. My answer is not going to be that. So I'm glad that they going first, second, cause yeah, y'all we ain't seen y'all in a minute, and y'all been doing some stupid ass shit. But I'm gonna let Cuz go ahead though. Cuz what y'all
So, as you know, we both just came from
Oh man.
What's your interpretation? Like, what do you think is a high value man? Like, do you look at yourself as a high value man?
I think high value man. First of all, I definitely agree with Cuz just said. That was spot on. But just I would say piggybacking off of that, or just advocating that space. I think it's perspective, right? Who is the person that's viewing what value is? Value can be different from different people, right? Value for some people can be $1,000 worth of food stamps. Some people value could be a corporate job. Some people value is entrepreneurship, right? So it's lanes and levels, if you will, to a high value man. But for myself, I'm gonna say again, just echoing Cuz said, integrity, man. That's the name of the game. It was so spot on. He said that it was not by coincidence or it was nothing but the divine order. to have us in alignment like that. And I'm 100% saluting that integrity, man. If you don't have integrity, I don't know what's your identity at that point, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So,
Anything.
just valuing self. I think integrity comes from valuing your alignment with the divine. You understanding your power, first of all, and how you influence others. You know, how you can manipulate certain situations, and if you're going to use your powers for good or evil. So again, high and low vibrations. So high value man is somebody who's going to elevate through every circumstance, no matter what, persevere, and just stand up. That's probably a synonym to having integrity. Just stand up. When it's time to stand
Hmm.
up, don't fold, right? Be true to yourself, be true to your village, and stand up. That's when you're valued the most in your village, is when you stand up, when you are doing something that's um, viewed as something that you want to model after, right? If you're just not bumming and slumming, just being your supreme self, the best version of you. That's a high value man for myself, and absolutely, I value myself as high value, not to put anybody beneath me or I'm above anything. I am the I am, and I stand on everything that I speak of, from this subject to the next. So I just feel like as long as that is taken into consideration, you can consider yourself high value.
All right, so um,
I already know where this gonna go.
yeah. No, because they're more like, no, I ain't really on your side for real. Like I agree with everything they said. I don't agree with the shit that y'all do as men. I just want to say that I just from Club Shay Shay we gonna get into to Yee and all the Mr. Yeezy, all that other dumbass shit. So let me start off by saying this though. I'm gonna say the pros of what I view it as. First I want to say, man, whoever you pray to, whether it's God, Allah, whoever you pray to, have a relationship with them. Have a relationship with them where you know that you making it back home every day and you getting, you know what I'm saying, returning home to the ones that love you the most. And you're not doing nothing to jeopardize that though. You value family. You value family love, loyalty, and royalty, respect. I always tell you, it's a lot of people with money who have some of the worst personalities,
Hmm.
attitudes, and characteristics. I was scrolling on YouTube, accidentally seeing this shit. Seeing nigga, he was at the pop the balloon shit, and fuck happened. Oh, they asked him like how our first date gonna go. He said, "I'm picking up my Maybach. I
Oh
got
my man,
500."
my man's.
Yeah, the Beijing guy. I'm like,
No, that's forgot dog name.
but it's like, how do you start off with trying to? How do you start off by trying to get somebody love somebody by using materialistic stuff, which is additive or knowledge stuff, and it's just like, no, bro. Don't matter how much money you got. That don't mean shit if you ain't true, if you ain't pure as a person.
Hmm.
This man on the other side of the camera genuinely want to see me happy and win in life. My cousin right here genuinely want to see me touch seven digits, and get closer to God, be a good man, represent my family well, represent my mother and my father well.
I'll be on
I'm
his
not out here
ass.
on no tender shit, eating women and motherfucking raping women. I just feel like, bro, you gotta be pure, genuine. Don't lower your standards for no fat ass. Don't make who you less who you are because, oh, okay, she cute, she this, so I'm a budget and I'm gonna do this. All right, well, let me send her $1,500 her cash app. No, bro, stay true to yourself. Have discipline, have morals, and have standards. And I'm learning that myself, so I can tell you.
So you say you was that guy?
Learn to say no to certain things because everything I heard the first one. Learn to say no to certain things. Like, don't just fall for any and everything. I can give y'all a prime example, and I can't say this all of it. Me and Cuz at the wedding, I seen something, you know, and he like, Cuz 6 kids. I'm like, you right, Cuz. All right, all right. You need them kind of people around you that's gonna be like, you was about to lower what you was about to lower your standard of what you normally go for.
Hold
There
on.
you go. Don't do it.
I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna go ahead on tonight, man. I'm gonna go ahead on, man.
um, Next topic I want to get into is pretty So let me start with you first. Let me start with me first. What is success? Like, what's your definition of success? And we're gonna start with me, and then we're gonna work our way to you, then we're gonna bounce it because.
Gotcha.
So I feel like success is a lot of different things. Um, Me and Cuz just talking about this a few weeks ago. If you successful, I ain't gonna say your lifestyle need to look like it and reflect it, but you need to say, I'm proud of this house that I walk into. I'm proud of my bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like so if you look at my bank statement from 2024 to 2025, oh man, it looked beautiful. So I see the growth. I see the elevation of my life. I see whether I'm eating different fruit. I'm eating, you know what I'm saying? I'm working out. I'm doing this and that. And I also feel like success is how far you came. What did you achieve? I wrote certain things down. It's literally right there on my refrigerator right now. Certain things that I want to achieve, I want to get done because I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be in the same place. I want God to bless me, but I want Him to know that I'm putting the work in to get where I'm trying to go because I don't want to be the same 30-year-old man saying, oh, I'm still doing this. Well, I did this when I was 25. No, I want to have milestones that I knock down. Just like I face tribulations in life, I want to say that I knock down goals and, you know what I'm saying, I achieve things. Start writing things down for yourself to accomplish because if you don't have success for yourself, ain't nobody else gonna want to see you successful or do good or nothing like that. No, nobody want to see you do good if you ain't doing good on your own. So that's what mine is. Cause what's your definition of success?
Um, Success for myself, again, this perspective. So let's take that into a full account. But for me, success is seeing my entire village thrive in their own right. We are all put here for our own purpose to thrive in that space, to collaborate with others, because we can't do this alone, for sure. So to seeing all of the entities in my village, including the divine people here, just seeing us elevate, seeing us being the best version of ourselves, and just collaborating with others. Being true to ourselves, never forgetting who we are and what fulfillment looks like for us. Being purposeful with all of our movements, being intentional with all of our movements, and just loving the craft that we indulge in. Don't go to a job that you hate or indulge in entrepreneurship because it's something that your forefathers did. Again, love yourself, be true to yourself, and enjoy your craft like passionately. Have purpose. Once you got purpose, everything else is gonna come with it. So that's success for me. Just fulfillment is a synonym to success for me. Just making sure that all the essentials of life of what you need as an individual that you have that. Once you can attain that and enjoy it and be fruitful to multiply it, that's success. And I would say that's my long story short, so I don't get long winded and get a strike. That's my definition of success.
Got you. Cause what's your definition, fam?
Um, See, mine is pretty straightforward, really. a healthy relationship with God,
Mhm.
being able to provide for your family, being able to provide for the people around you, and to be able to live comfortably within yourself and not care about others' opinion, you know. But I feel like my main tool is that relationship with God and to be able to help other people while not hurting yourself in the process. Because I always felt like, what's the use of me having all this money if I can't help nobody? I always told Cuz when we get that big bag off the podcast, I will go back and help people, and it wouldn't be for publicity or none of that. It would just be because I feel like that brings me more, like it lifts my spirit up to help somebody else, knowing that I know what it feel like to go through some shit, and everybody need that hope that damn, I wish somebody come through and bless us and drop a bag and help us. And I get it. Money won't solve a lazy person's problem. It is just enhance a lazy person problem. But but me, like I said, this is just how I look at what's successful to me. Relationship with God, providing for my family without having to stress about bills, helping other people. That's just what success is to me. And a little extra little money to do what I want to do on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Definitely. Oh, I forgot to throw this in before we go to the next topic. I think one of mine is like I get a thrill out of this. Like we had Thanksgiving at my house. I love the fact that my mama can brag and
Oh, we
say,
was just talking about this. Yeah.
huh?
I said we was just talking about this. Yeah.
I love the fact that my mama can brag and say, "Oh, I'm going over LJ house for Thanksgiving, and I have my sister and my grandma here." I take heed in that. That really do something
That's
to,
success. That's successful.
yeah, like that do
That's
something to
success.
not just my manhood, but like my ego. Like, damn, like my family can come over here for holidays and stuff like that. Like, if Pops ever wanted to come over here and throw a shindig, he can. I ain't got nothing to worry about. So I'm definitely proud of myself. Like, no, like bring the fam over here to my world and let them see it. But that's. Hopefully that y'all take heed to that because y'all really like y'all can learn a lot from the three of us.
Success ain't no scat pack or no Hellcat. That ain't really success. Or buying a
It ain't.
chain or something.
Hey,
You
you
know what I
ain't
mean?
successful just because you can fly a bitch out and get her nails done and fuck her, and you can.
Yeah, that don't really make you
That's not
successful.
success. No, not never mind. I ain't gonna say it. Never mind. I'm trying to keep it beat. Nah, I'm lying.
It's a safe space.
Oh, trust me, we getting there. Don't worry.
You
Oh,
know, you gotta watch, you
man.
gotta style this way
I'm
when you get
starting
here,
to
you get
feel
fired
before I
up.
go to the bed. Trust me.
Balance.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
trust me. The one after this one is definitely. Cuz we gonna start with you, man. This your lane right here. This what you like, man.
Here we go.
How would you how would you describe overcoming trauma?
Take your time.
Yeah, this about to be deep because I went through so much. I would say this, to be completely honest, to overcome it, it's actually scary. If you want to know, it's actually scary because it's like no matter how long you've been gone from it, you can get a glimpse of some trauma and it can shrink you back down. I tell my fiance all the time that sometimes when I feel like something just go through my mind about something in my past and I don't live there, that little kid inside of me wakes up and is like, even as adult grown me that's well off, I still shrink down just because of my past trauma. And if you want to know the real cuz, I actually thought about this the other day. Like, you can talk to the little kid that's inside of you, but when you've been going through some stuff for a long time, it's always easier said than done. It's always easier said than done. So I ain't gonna lie, that shit's scary because the moment you have a glimpse of some shit that happened, you might see a picture or just the devil would just come bring some old shit in your head and your whole day would be ruined. So it's kind of actually scary.
Because how would you best describe dealing with that trauma? Like that's that's deep. This May mental health awareness month. You know, a lot of people face challenges and traumas and stuff like that. So how would you best describe
Again, I gotta piggyback off of man. One thing I love about this space, we all collaborate, but just from different perspectives. So again, just kind of piggybacking off of that. Um, Post traumatic stress, I'm gonna call it a syndrome versus the disorder. Is basically what Cuz was just describing is we can go through things in our past and we got to go back, unfortunately, to revisit those places to lift up those moments instead of we kind of got to go to a place of alchemy, going so
Hmm.
far in the darkness that we find the light, finding lessons in the blessing. That's why now I spell blessing Blesson, not ing, because it's a lesson in every blessing. So how could you not spell it blessing? We got to re-educate ourselves on a lot of the things that we've been taught in this
Oh
direction
man.
because we've been taught, unfortunately, to be slaves. But we are on the rise of overcoming that with, my peers and reteaching our parents even, right? But a lot of the things that we endured, sometimes it was at the fault of our parents just doing their very best, right? Some of them might have had adolescent minds. Our forefathers, our ancestors, even. We've been passed down so much trauma from generation to generation. Sometimes we got to be able to tap into our ancestors. A lot of us don't know how to tap into that through meditation and deep manifestation and just wanting to develop a better future for our future offsprings. So I think that's where it starts is going back past our childhood, going back to our ancestors, whether it be our mother, our grandparents, right? Our fathers, whoever it may be that passed that down to us to revert that, right? But you got to have a certain skill set, a certain level of understanding, and a certain development with your growth to even step into that. Some people have to go through counseling to understand certain words like trigger, right? Which previous generation didn't experience a lot, right? Through the ignorance of it all, not understanding how it could explore different avenues of understanding yourself, and just how to, again, go back in time. Instead of looking at the future, how can we go back and correct some of the things that have developed us into who we are at our core? So, um, trauma and overcoming that for each individual is going to be different based off of what you've experienced. But I think it starts with going back to understand what the root cause was. I'm a root cause analysis, just to throw that in there as the default setting. Before I had the technical term of an engineer, I was all about getting to the bottom of how did this all start? I was always asking questions why. So I think that's a fundamental tool that we can all use of understanding how do we get here? Where are we going? Again, the before, the present, and the now. It's all running in fluent and in parallel, right? So we just got to understand ourselves, understanding where we came from, where we are, and where we going. I'm going to echo that a few times because again, it's everything that I'm saying is going to be transparent and what I stand on, and it's all going to tie in together because it's all in consonance. So for me, trauma and overcoming it starts with the individual understanding themselves, where they came from, where they are right now in this present tense, and where they want to evolve to. So just a growth aspect and understanding how to best how to get to being your best version of yourself.
it? Good. Okay. Okay. That's a lot to dissect. So I advise y'all to play that back a few times so you can comprehend it. I think my version is it's a Malcolm X version. Damn. I the best I will say. I'm gonna start off by saying this: if you don't want to go pay and see a therapist, you don't trust it, you don't believe it, and you one of those people who be like, man, I'm about to pay to talk to somebody about my problems. Find one person or two people around you that you trust the absolute most. That's not going to be biased. That's not going to judge you. That's not going to hinder you away from the truth. Find somebody that's in your life that's like, nah, you dead ass wrong.
Sex.
Yeah, but also though, like I would say, I'll give them an example. Mine is my auntie. I'll talk to my auntie. I'll tell her literally 99 problems, but also tell her 99, 100% accomplishments too. So it's like I have my auntie, I have my cousin right here, to help me break down that variable, so I don't have to feel like I'm alone. I can actually talk to somebody. I can pick the phone up when my mental is under a five. When my mental get under a five, that's when it's like, all right, it's time for you to go holler at somebody. Whether it's a family member, or you know what I'm saying, or you might have to go pay that tab and go check out a therapist, because we cannot do it alone. No man has been able to do anything alone. You can't heal on your own. On your own, you have to fight those demons. Fight whatever hurting you. Do not let it hurt you forever. Some of the things that used to be bad about me, I fixed them. I got a better relationship with my pops. We kick it. We talk. I think now over like at least over 12 times a week. Um, and I try to work on my relationship with my mother too. I tell her like certain things I don't want to do. I don't want to be bothered with. I don't like. I'm grown. You have to speak up. Tell people what you don't like, what you're comfortable doing, what you're not comfortable doing. You know, don't let somebody just sit there and hurt you because they're a family member. No, I have a relationship with both parents, so I can be like, you know what, I ain't really feeling that. And excuse me, you have to respect it. I saw, you know what I'm saying, at my pop's wedding, they had a picture of my grandma, and which is his mother, and a picture of my stepmother, Lisa, her mother, and it's just like, wow, that was literally everybody's best friend who they had go to talk to. So it's like sometimes I catch myself being that person that my pops confide in. So always remember this: you're not alone. And if you feel like you're alone, go bring somebody with you. Come like no, just don't do nothing, but don't do no talk. I just need you to listen. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, whooping my ass, fighting demons, whatever it is, whether it's financial, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a good relationship with your mama, your father, you know what I'm saying? You was in a molestation house, you know what I'm saying? You grew up without the DT, without the consumer energy. Whatever is bothering you, whatever is hurting you, go talk to somebody, bro. Sorry, because I might be a little ignorant. Don't be no ignorant, bitter ass fucking black bitch. I'm sorry. I just personally, like, we got enough of those already. And don't be no angry ass, crash out ass black men. Go seek help. Don't nobody personally want to deal with, well, I didn't have my mama in my life. My mama left me for adoption, or she dropped me off at the police station. I didn't have my pops in my life. He gave up on me. He didn't want to be in my life because my mama wasn't fucking with him. Don't use that as no excuse to hinder you as becoming a better woman or a better man. Stop being angry ass bitter black people. Stop that dumb shit. I bet I got that drink in my system, man. I'm about to talk that shit to y'all today, man. So everybody on that next topic, man. We're gonna start with you, cuz
What's up?
hey man, it's about to get a little ignorant. You ready? All three of us at this table watch Charleston White. I got one thing that I'm gonna break down the question. He gave Anthony Edwards his props. Said I seen people talking about this a trending topic. people said he beat LeBron, Luka, and the child support. Do you think what Anthony Edwards is currently doing is okay? How he going about it? Because in my offense, I'm looking up through my lens. I'm looking at. I'm like, damn, you walking through LA just trolling. Like, damn. So all you got to do is just break a female off cash, and all your problems is gone and disappear. Is that what we have come to now in the world? Where every time you have a problem with a female, you go get the lawyers involved. But I'm gonna let Cuz go first, and we're gonna work our way with you.
Well, let's call a spade a spade. What Anthony Edwards did is what probably 90% of men will want to do. We just don't got the cash up front if we got to pay child support. Let's call it for what it is. I don't know for sure if he paid the whole 1.5, but if I just signed a deal of 200 M's and I'm publicly telling the chick, well, see, this is the thing. I'm speaking from Anthony Edwards' perspective, not my own perspective, because me personally, I'm not the nigga that's just fucking females raw and having babies with them. You know, like the only person I got, I'm engaged, so I don't mess around. But to speak from that perspective, I'm not. I'm only. This is a touchy subject because it's like don't if she don't had a baby, nah, some bullshit. She had the baby, it was some bullshit. It's just Anthony Edwards just so happened to be one of the few men that got a few millions to the side to get the job done. It's not many other people. Well, hold on. In so many words to shorten this, am I mad at Anthony Davis? I mean Anthony Edwards. I only feel bad for the kid. That's it. Everything else, I don't really care how it went out. He told you he don't want you. He told you don't have a baby, this, that, and the third. So you continue to have it. That's on you. I just feel bad for the kid. He paid his dues, or he was planning to pay the 1.5 million to go on about his way. He went to troll through L.A. because she lied and said she was moving to L.A. to get the most money. It didn't work out in her favor. So shit, am I mad at him? Nah, not for real. I only feel sorry for the baby, not the female. She grown. She older than all
Okay,
of us.
so
Shit.
you saying the dumb shit that he did is okay? So TJ,
It's
if
not okay for him to parade on social. Well, it's not okay to just be fucking females raw that you have no intentions of being with, or at least a shot at being with. You feel me?
so I'm
That,
gonna do something real quick before both proceed, both of y'all. Do y'all feel like that's our young men or that's our athletes' problem? Like, why do our athletes make the dumbest fucking mistakes? Like, what the fuck?
that's not an athlete problem. I think that's a black man's problem. We not just finna separate
Well, I wanted you to say it
athletes.
'cause I ain't
We
want
not finna
to.
separate the athletes. They just got more money than us normal people.
Oh,
They
so
still
why do
men.
you think that's our black man problem? Like, what the like? Why is it though?
Get a couple
Chris,
dollars and you see the real people.
Um, okay, just diving into the original question. I have a totally different perspective on fatherhood. Again, I started out with my son as my heartbeat. So for me to not engage with something that I recreated, that I can't even wrap my mind around
It don't
that.
even sound right,
That's
dog.
so that ain't even nothing that I would even remotely entertain. For my man, again, I can't speak for another man. All I can do is speak for myself. I would never. And that's why I'm more intentional with the people that I engage with, the people that I'm going to again take to that level, like you said. The people that I'm gonna go unprotected with, all right, or the person. Let me not even make it plural. Um, that's not like work. You know, it's gonna be very intentional. And you got to think beyond the moment. I think for my man in his early 20s with millions of dollars, right? From what it sounds like, he may be like most of us who come from, where we come from around the way. So he's making a lot of mistakes that a lot of us make. Like my man said, the difference between him and a lot of other celebrities, they're on the spotlight, right? He is one of the NBA's premier superstars, right? Like you watch the commercial, it literally says superstar Anthony Edwards. He's dunking on people from the side, right? So he got a huge target on his back. So things are gonna look different from him. What I would like to see from my man is that he used this as a learning experience for sure. Ain't no lesson like a bought lesson. So he got $1 million lesson versus somebody like us would have a ticket on our hand and we got a $200 lesson to stay in the speed limit. All right, so I just manifest my man growing and developing from this, understanding the totality of it all. On the sidebar, I would say I feel like that whole arrangement was set up because he was dealing with somebody, and she was like, "Hey, either you gonna not deal with this kid,
said what the
or
fuck I was saying.
you gonna not deal with this kid, or you gonna not deal with me." All right, I faced a situation like that before with a fake baby. That's a whole other conversation. But you again,
Would you be willing to discuss?
yeah,
All right.
to digress. But I just want to make sure that we understanding that
because me and you both got something in common when it comes to bitches lying about babies. But
yeah. So I feel like
as far as my bad, my bad. Hey, we ain't get a chance to shoot the last time we had deleted this. I don't know, like if people think I'm a whole ass nigga or something because I've changed my ways.
not you ain't gotta do the Suge Knight. No,
Because
this
I've changed my
this
ways
black
and I
love.
got closer to God, and you feel me? I don't react the same, but don't try your luck. Do not try your luck. Don't be out here playing with me like that. I don't care how much. Listen, do not try it. I promise you, I am still able to go inside and click that switch. I don't want to. I'm not going to, but the lying has to stop. We got enough lying going on with high class. Don't bring that down to middle class. Do not bring that down to middle class. None of that dumb shit. My bad. Cuz, go ahead.
so whether that was the situation or not, with them trying to stay out of the doghouse. Again, I would not remotely even go that route. I can understand why a person in his position would, right? Him being in his early 20s, whole career ahead of him, getting introduced to so many millions of deals. Not only the relationship with a female perspective of who his partner is, it could have been with Adidas or any other, what's those people called? Give you money?
Sponsors.
Yeah, any one of the sponsors or anybody who he got obligations with could have said, "Oh no, we ain't having loose dick baby daddy on our team, whatever it is, right?" And they could have just said, "No deal. We already gave you the money, pay it off. This is what we do with all our problems, pay them off, right?" So there could have been a learned behavior from people in the industry, right? Something that he might have even not have been signing up for. And who's to know that on the back end that he's still not gonna be a stand-up dad? That was just in the public eye, right? Because everything that we see is not always what it seems, right? Whether it's coming from the government or from anything in entertainment, I no longer believe it's true. It's all fixed. It's all I actually believe we're in the whole simulation, but that's another topic. But especially anything that's on TV, it's already been put in place to be a theatrical show, right? So that whole thing is probably just to distract us from tariffs or something that's really happening in life, right? Some of the bad negotiations going on with the government. So I think that's just a deflection on what's really happening, to be honest. But who knows what he's really going through in his personal life? This is just a theatrical show. If he's a stand-up guy, it'll come out later, right? Whether he's out of his career or because he's not gonna have an 18-year career unless he's like in LeBron type situations where he got the right trainer.
He like the right bitches too much. He ain't have 18 years.
Well, I mean, he started off different from LeBron, right? LeBron might have ended up in the very same situation, but he been very crafty with how he moved with his management, with his team. He got a good support system, so he know how to move different.
And
So, but I would advise for my man is to surround yourself around the right people, like you just said, who's gonna advocate you being your best self. Hey, cuz, don't even move, don't even fuck with y'all. She got malicious intent. She already got a baby with an old boy from the same hood. Y'all both from the same city. Don't backdoor. She got a plot and a plan in place. I know it's that, it's all that, but just don't even go that route. It's plenty of all that. Matter of fact, just stick with the one you got and just pour into her, and I promise you she gonna multiply. You know, somebody that's talking that kind of game. But in your early 20s, with millions of dollars, in my early 20s, if I was judged, I was based off my early 20s, we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation about my uplifting at this moment, right? Not to say that I did anything that I regret, but that wasn't my best version of myself as I'm continuing to evolve. So, as he would as well, right? I just manifest my man's gonna make wiser decisions. I'm seeing him already dominate the league, single handedly. He's now, for me, the new face, right? He's the most.
You on that dumb shit.
I'm on the dumb shit. I'm just saying what I'm looking at. You said he just defeated LeBron and Luka, right? Them two superstars, right?
Yeah.
Two superstars. Who on his team else is the superstar? He defeated two.
That nigga Rudy Gobert was playing like prime Dwight Howard.
So, again, I'm manifesting it, so I know it'll be true. That he gonna make wiser decisions in the future. He just in his early 20s. How much dumb shit all of us did in our early 20s. And if somebody was to put that on the news and to say, hey, this is his life, that's a whole lot of judgment in place. Right?
20 to 20. Well, can I say this? Because I think I was waiting on both of y'all to say it. You only said one part of what I was about to say. Outside of, you're in a league with LeBron. What the fuck? Like, you're in a league with old heads or OGs that's going to give you guidance, game, and motivation. That's strike one. Strike two. We all done did bullshit. We all done cheated. But we ain't got no 3 baby mamas while we're in a relationship, though. We don't have 2 or 3 baby mamas while we're in a relationship. You know that, right?
But we don't have Ant-Man money either.
Yeah, you got a point, though.
You're going to attract something way different with that.
So,
trapped and all.
You cheating and you fucking raw.
I can't speak for a man with millions.
You're cheating and you're fucking raw.
In his early 20s? Who? Millions of
So you don't blame age on being dumb. So okay, so as long as you're 21, it's okay for you to be stupid. So it's okay for Ja to be stupid, right?
No, but wisdom. Wisdom comes with experiences. Right? This is, again, about listening for him. So am just giving him the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to assume that learning through paying this amount of money, again, us as tickets, right? We learn like, damn, I got a speeding ticket in Troy. I ain't never going through that speed no more, right? That's a bald lesson. But you had to go through that experience to gain knowledge, wisdom, right? That's a wisdom that just, it comes with time. So, again, going through time, I'm sure he's going to fuck multiple bitches. He's going to continue making multiple millions. And he's just going to continue to evolve and move smoother.
Well,
if he's any type of street dude, he's going to learn how to apply the streets to whatever environment he in. And once that light click on, it's going to be up. And they really going to be in trouble.
Well, I can see him getting a lifetime deal from Adidas. I can see that because shit, James Harden not finna be the guy no more. They gonna push Ant-Man. Well, you have to think about this from this perspective. 23 years old and got he at least about to make projectedly in the 5-year whatever $200 million from endorsement deals to his NBA contract. If 1.5 is all it took for a nigga to just pay and go on about his way, I won't be surprised if it happened again. I hope it don't.
Happen again.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all the blueprint.
Yeah. If you know all it take is 1.5, and I got Ant-Man is damn near probably gonna be no bullshit. He gonna damn near make close to $1 billion in the league if he stay on the track that he on. He gonna get a few championships, this, that, and the third. Even if he don't, he's gonna get league MVP and all this and that. So he should make at least close to $1 billion. If he already at least at 200, a black kid from the hood. See, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't think this is a topic, but on the sidebar, we have to stop. We can't leave out the fact that a hood kid and a suburban kid is two different people. And don't give a hood kid no money, cause they is not going off bills. They not wise yet. They gonna make plenty of mistakes. A suburban kid, his mistakes is gonna be kind of limited because he more than likely got some knowledge from somebody, to learn certain things. Coming from the hood, if I would like you got to just look at it like this. If you from the hood, Atlanta at that, and I told you because the east side look better than Atlanta, bad side of town. Cause if all it take is 1.5 to get a motherfucker off my coattail, and I'm making damn near $1 billion, might do it like 2-3 times, man.
So, with that being said, that you just walked into your own trap. Stop saying that damn these fucking new parents are better than the old parents.
They are. And I'm firm, motherfucker. I'm firm on it. We better than them. We better. Motherfucker, don't let one person that's rich as fuck.
Let me get this straight. The 80s, your daddy was a crackhead. Your daddy was a crackhead. Mom was a prostitute. 2000s and up. Your daddy is the athlete. He gave your mama $1.5 million to get ready to leave her the fuck alone. Your mama fuck nothing but rich niggas only. Because I ain't gonna lie, when the female got to arguing with her, she kinda do got a point though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. She got a dog ass point. She said, at least I fuck niggas with money and I got paid for it or whatever. She said something of that nature, but damn. She basically just said a lot of bitches with broke ass baby daddies need to leave me the fuck alone. And I was just like, damn. Well, touche. Ace of spades.
Oh my nigga.
So it's okay
take the glasses off,
your daddy is rich and the other one daddy is broke. So okay.
We not finna act like we have to factor in a lot of things. Opportunity is better. We got better opportunity than they had back in the day. It is what it is.
Yo, daddy gave your mama 1.5 to get the fuck out my face.
That's one because it's not many people that will ever see $1 million, let alone a cat who finna see 200 of them things. How are you even comparing that? It's not many people that's gonna even reach that type of money.
1.5 to get the fuck out my face. Your daddy broke me, crackhead, whatever, etc. Bullshit. How are y'all any better from me? Just because you got paid to leave me alone, and the other one just did some bullshit to leave me alone? So basically, if you got money, it's okay to do fuckery shit. So we just talked about all this. So basically, all this shit that these new parents are doing is okay, basically.
Not at all. But don't get this. But not at all. But don't get this saying that yesterday's are cuz you. I don't know how old cuz ass is, but you my age range. You know how much trauma you went through as a youngin from the shit your mama and them put you through, and your pops put you through. You gonna let your kid go through that whenever you had kids?
I'm not going to leave.
All right, just answer the question.
I'm not going to leave.
Why you can't answer the question?
Because I'm not going to leave.
If you can't answer the question, you just answer my question. You gonna be a better you gonna be a better parent than your parents was to you, right?
I'm not going to give your mama no
Why can't you answer my question?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be a way times better parent. So and it's not because of it's not going to be because I'm going to be in my child life. No offense, I promise you, I know how this is about to be taken. It's mainly about to be because who I picked to have a kid with.
Why the fuck do it matter who you have a kid with?
Because I've been drinking, but I know I ain't drunk that much. Did he just say that dumbass shit? That's your problem.
Name one struggling black mama that will keep her kid.
Y'all act like you're born with a Social Security card number, right? You get to pick who you have sex with. Nobody is forcing you to do anything. You picked who you want to have kids with. You picked who you want to have kids with. They
So
don't assign you fucking baby mamas and baby daddies. It's your return.
so cuz Jeff, you seasoned and me and cuz. Let me ask you something. You been around, you older than us, so you know a little bit more about women. Do you know a woman who purposely will keep her kid away from a daddy that's financial that will financially help them and actually want to be in